The Rape of the Mind by Joost A. Meerloo. Narrated by Chris Matthews. The Rape of the Mind. The Psychology of Thought Control, Menticide, and Brainwashing. By Joost A. Meerloo, M.D. The Rape of the Mind. Since 1933, when a completely drugged and trial-conditioned human wreck confessed to having started the Reichstag fire in Berlin, Dr. Joost A. Meerloo has studied the methods by which systematic mental pressure brings people to abject submission, and by which totalitarians imprint their subjective truth on their victims' minds. It is Dr. Meerloo's position that through pressure on the weak points in men's makeup, totalitarian methods can turn anyone into a traitor, and in The Rape of the Mind, he goes far beyond the direct military implications of mental torture to describing how our own culture unobtrusively shows symptoms of pressurizing people's minds. He presents a systematic analysis of the methods of brainwashing and mental torture and coercion, and shows how totalitarian strategy, with its use of mass psychology, leads to systemized rape of the mind. He describes a new age of Cold War with its mental terror, verbocracy, and semantic fog, the use of fear as a tool of mass submission, and the problem of treason and loyalty, so loaded with dangerous confusion. As John Dollard wrote in the New York Times, Dr. Meerloo is a passionate spokesman for the democratic practice of life as a general human goal, not merely as a device for beating off the totalitarians. Every thinking American should take some of his self-time, his time for self-development, and read this book. Dr. Meerloo shows in his own person what psychoanalysis can do when it is freely combined with social science knowledge. He is a remarkably developed individual man. Indeed, he is one of the great spokesmen of the democratic world, and everyone should know him. Dr. Joost Meerloo's best-known work, The Rape of the Mind, is written for the interested layman, not only for experts and scientists. The first 2.5 years of World War II, Dr. Meerloo spent under the pressure of Nazi-occupied Holland, witnessing at first hand the Nazi methods of mental torture on more than one occasion. During this time, he was able to use his psychiatric and psychoanalytic knowledge to treat some of the victims. Then, after personal experiences with enforced interrogation, he escaped from a Nazi prison and certain death to England, where he was able, as chief of the psychological department of the Netherlands forces, to observe and study coercive methods officially. In this capacity, he had to investigate not only traitors and collaborators, but also those members of the resistance who had gone through the utmost of mental pressure. Later, as High Commissioner for Welfare, he came in closer contact with those who had gone through physical and mental torture. After the war, he came to the United States, where his war experiences would not permit him to concentrate solely on his psychiatric practice, but compelled him to go beyond purely medical aspects to the social aspects of the problem. As more and more cases of thought control, brainwashing, and mental coercion were disclosed, Cardinal Mazzenti, Colonel Schwabel, Robert Vogler, and others, his interest grew. It was Dr. Meerloo who coined the word menticide, the killing of the spirit, for this particular crime. His knowledge of these totalitarian procedures has been officially acknowledged. He served as an expert witness in the case of Colonel Schwabel, the Marine Corps officer who, after months of subjection to physical and mental torture following his capture in Korea, was made to confess to having taken part in germ warfare. Overview of contents. Forward. Part 1. The Techniques of Individual Submission. Chapter 1. You too would confess. The enforced confession. Mental coercion and enemy occupation. Witchcraft and torture. The refinement of the rack. Menticide in Korea. Chapter 2. Pavlov's students as circus tamers. The salivating dog. The conditioning of man. Isolation and other factors in conditioning. Mass conditioning through speech. Political conditioning. The urge to be conditioned. Chapter 3. Medication into submission. Dependency on the drug provider. The search for ecstasy through drugs. Hypnotism and mental coercion. Needling for the truth. The lie detector. The therapist as an instrument of coercion.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?